They blitz a lot, and it's our job as offensive line to get in the film room and recognize when they're going to blitz their tendencies and that type of stuff. And it's going to be important this week. But it's one thing you have to walk through, work it in practice, go through it on the chalkboard, and it's just one of the things we'll have to get done this week.
Coach talked about Duke being a tough place to play. They're 1-4. How important is not to overlook, their record?
Well, their record says 1-4, but the film says much differently. I mean, they play hard. They're going to play hard as any team in America, and that's one thing that you go in there. The past 2 years, they've been tight games. Like, we haven't blown them out by any means. We had to come back. They were down at half, and 2 years ago, and we're in the first quarter. I think we were down last year. So it's one thing that you can't overlook a team. You can't do that in college football these days, and we have to be completely focused on getting our jobs done and going up there and beating Duke.
Do you think that loss, your loss last week, motivates them a little bit? If you know what I mean, they think, oh, these guys, there's something to be exposed here.
I'm sure they'll find some weaknesses in the film, but every team does that. Every team has their tendencies, their weaknesses, and it's our job this week to focus on correcting those weaknesses and getting stronger.
How would you kind of rate the way your season as the offensive line has sort of gone so far?
I mean, effort-wise, I think we've played real hard. I think there's no doubt about it. You see it on film, guys running downfield, trying to block downfield. But we have to be more consistent. If we're going to be the offensive line that we want to be, that we can be with our talent, we have to be more consistent and execute better.
You think you guys have had 3 games in a row where you've had a 100-yard rusher? Or, do you feel like you're running the ball well?
I think we're being more physical, but it has to be a deal where we have to be physical from the very first snap to the end of the game. We can't wait until the second, third quarter to finally say, okay, we got to get physical at running the ball. And that can hurt an offense when you can't run the ball in the first quarter. You have to be able to pound the ball consistently, and that's one thing we have to get better at and be more focused on.
Do you guys enjoy run blocking more as offensive linemen, just smashing guys?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's offensive line. There's no better feeling than moving a man from point A to point B against his will. Like, there's just no better feeling. And so I would say so, yes.
You obviously spent a lot of time with Ja'Cory. He's snapping the ball to him.
Oh, yeah.
He's been hit quite a few times this year. It seems like he's playing a little dinged up. How much is that in your guys' back of your mind when you're protecting him, saying, "Hey, look, we can't let anybody breathe on him"?
Well, we know that he's been a little dinged up. I mean, but he's been moving around fine. I think he's fine. But at the end of the day, it's like we can't let no one touch him. Period. I mean, he could be in perfect shape, but at the end of the day, if you got to block him, we got to keep. We have to stay between the defensive line and them. It's us versus them, and we have to know that no one can touch him. And if no one touches him, he's going to make plays, and we're going to win games.
How impressed are you with his toughness?
I mean, Ja'Cory is one of the toughest guys I know. I mean, he's been here all summer, going through. We have hard summers, and he's in the front of the pack, working hard, always running ahead, and he's a physically tough guy. Where he gets hit, but he won't show it. He lets you. He's very stoic, and at the end of the day, he's going to lead us.
Not once he's kind of said, "Oof, that hurt." He's never come back to the huddle and said that to you guys.
Mm-hmm. He always comes back with a smile on his face, tells him keep going, guys. We got him. Always positive with Ja'Cory.
All right.
Thanks, man.